So much soccer to get to in so little time here at the International Champions Cup at the ESPN Wide World of Sports. It is quarterfinal Friday, and we're having a blast. Drew Felios, Eddie Rodriguez, the former MLS star, and also thrilled to have the legend Tommy Smith on the premises here this week. Guys, we've seen awesome action all week long, but it feels like it's been upped a few levels here in the quarterfinals, Eddie.
That's right, Drew. This is when the tournament really begins fun, because this is when you put everything on the line. This is when you got to figure out how to go through. You got to be able to win. How? It doesn't matter. Penalty kicks, extra time, or you just got to win out during the game, because you got to get through to the next round.
Yeah, you know, and in situations like this, the goal used to be this wide. Now all of a sudden you get in front of goal and the goal is this wide, because the nerves kick in. And this is where your coaches make such a difference, because they get you mentally prepared. So much of this game is you go out and you do the exact same things, but the mental approach when you come to this, because if you lose today, you go home. There's only one chance, man.
14 and under, these players, sometimes we have to remind ourselves that they are young kids, because the skill level is off the charts and they are playing for this. The championship is on Sunday, but let's take a look at the quarterfinals from earlier today. New York Red Bulls in red, Arizona in white. We had a little bit of a weather delay, and then right after that, Tommy, these teams came out firing.
Yeah, Pesca, watch him working down on the left-hand side. This is a kind of a little rainbow job, just to go with the weather delay, and he loops it into the net. I mean, I think this was intended to be a cross. Who cares? He scored a goal. That's all he's interested in.
Well, Tommy, just a minute later, Arizona returns the favor. They go out to attack. Great counter right here. Keeper comes out with a great save. Back post here, and Francisco Leon Lugo finds the back of the net to make it 1-1 for Arizona.
Well, you know, the Red Bulls started to dominate. They started taking the game to Arizona, and in the 46th minute, Jacob Lee picks his spot and he buries it in the corner of the old onion bag. What a strike there. Keeper a little bit unfortunate, it bounced over him.
And they were not done. In the 55th minute, you see this great passing inside the box right here. Great job playing the ball out wide. Center, cross, and just like that, Juan Gonzalez puts the third goal for the Red Bulls to win 3-1 against Arizona.
Gonzalez, phenomenal touch there, and gotten to know several New York Red Bulls. Serge Ngoma, another one. What a player he is. New York moving on to the semifinals. Then two big physical German academies, Bayern Munich in gray, Borussia Dortmund in the gold.
Yeah, and the first opportunity falls here. In this situation, you've got to get up over the ball. Kanea didn't do that. He came up under the ball, and as a result of that, you push it over the top. If you knock it down, it was a goal.
Bayern wasn't done yet. Great shot from Laura outside the box, dipping to the far post. Goalkeeper with a good save.
Well, this is a great setup here. I mean, the main course is served. Get onto it, Bruno. He didn't. The keeper came out and he swallowed it up. He just took it right away from him. He should have been in on top of that.
Borussia Dortmund started clicking. Great cross to the outside. Samuel Bamba, technical ability, brings the ball down, tries to go near post. The keeper comes out, closes that gap, that space, off the bar, and he cannot believe that.
Ludwig comes up as a hero right there. He saves the game and saves Bayern Munich. Look at that. Down low, he gets it.
So, scoreless after regulation time. We go to PKs. We've seen this throughout the week. No matter what the score, teams practicing these, and it came down to it, Tommy.
Yeah, and you need the keeper to come up. I mean, the keeper can be a hero in this situation if he makes one save. You expect the guy to hit the score. He didn't. The keeper, unbelievable save, Husman.
That was the win for them. One save that puts you through the next round, and Bayern Munich victorious in penalty kicks.
All it took, final touches put on by Bayern Munich. Right there, start the celebration. How good must this feel? Teammates loving it as it sets in. Hey, we're going to the semifinals. Celtic FC, Atletico Madrid. These teams had to adjust the field they were playing on, but it didn't affect this Celtic team one bit.
Well, the hoops start off early here. This ball breaks down. This is good determination. Stay with the ball. Take on your man. Take on another man and bang it into the back of the net. That's what Matthew Anderson did. Great start for Celtic.
Yeah, the first few minutes, Celtics in the 14th minute, they came out showing that they can play the long ball. Watch this ball into the space. Great speed. takes the player into the box, and just like that, Mackenzie Cars takes a shot to the far post for the 2-0 Celtic.
And then the boys from Glasgow strike again in the 27th minute. More great play. They just kept running at the defenders, and Atletico Madrid had no answer. Joe Allen Morrison buries it.
Atletico de Madrid finally woke up in the 44th minute. Great, taking the players one. How about this ball right there? Denia Diaz Marcos finally scores his 5th goal of the tournament, the first one of this game.
Well, it looked like Celtic might be in a little bit of trouble, but they said no. It takes a long time for this ball to get to the back post. Keeper comes out, he's beaten for it. He gets a touch on it, he doesn't get a touch on it, and Mackenzie Carson is there to just knock it in. He could have knocked it in anyway.
Atletico not done. 54th minute, long ball. They're trying to claw. They're trying to stay in this game. Who else? Denia Diaz Marcos with his 2nd goal of this game, the 6th for him in this tournament.
At the end of it all, Celtic FC 4-2, just too technical for Atletico de Madrid. Team from Madrid started the week like gangbusters, but lost a little bit of steam as we came to the quarterfinals. Final match of the day, Chelsea FC taking on the Seattle Sounders, one of the surprise teams of the week.
Chelsea started stronger in the 19th minute. Great cross to the far post. Chelsea knocking on the door. You think it's a PK. Seattle not able to clear the ball. Couple of shots right there. Finally, Lewis Flower puts it in the back of the net. Chelsea goes up 1-0 early in this game.
But you know the teams that wear green are never out of it, and watch this. Nikhil Hunter all alone, and he knocks it down, and we're level at 1 apiece. Nobody picked him up.
Chelsea was not done in the 42nd minute. Watch this free kick. Bender, Emran Soglo right underneath the goalkeeper. He put enough on that just to send it to the back of the net, and just like that, Chelsea goes up 2-1.
Well, then there was a mistake at the back. Goalkeeper's trying to play it out. He plays it in. Brummett takes it. Brummett, but a great recovery by Josh Clark. Brummett thought he had tied it up again, but everybody said, well done, Josh.
The keeper saving Chelsea now in the 52nd minute. Once again, Emran Soglo was trying to put it in the back of the net. Now the goalkeeper with an outstanding save. And the game remains 2-1 for Chelsea.
Seattle Sounders were game. They were phenomenal, but Chelsea just too technical, just too good in the end. Chelsea FC moving on. There's your Final Four. New York Red Bulls, FC Bayern Munich. That'll be 2:30 tomorrow on a semifinal Saturday. Chelsea FC takes on Celtic FC in the late contest. You can feel the intensity here at the ESPN Wide World of Sports. It is win or go home.
Knockout. You lose and you don't play tomorrow. And so there is that added pressure.
We're here to compete.
They compare themselves to these European and MLS teams, and it gives them a comparison to where they stand and where they need to be and how hard they have to work.
Knockout round, the intensity heats up. That's what you live for. You live to have opportunities like this.
This tournament has been very, very competitive, and we've had our highs and lows in it, and looking forward to the next test.
But it's only a start, and we'll go again tomorrow.
Huge difference between today and between group play as the teams continue to play for this, the right to be called champion at the International Champions Cup Futures. Eddie, we saw some phenomenal performances today. What stood out to you?
That's right, Drew. A couple of the teams that look great. Celtic looked great. You know, they knocked out another powerhouse. Chelsea, we just saw them. Another great performance. Looking to do it again tomorrow. You know, there's a lot of good soccer going on right now, so I'm looking forward for the finals.
Saw tremendous goals, and also in PKs, the pressure really mounted, Tommy. We saw it in these 14-year-olds.
Yeah, we certainly did. And when you see a keeper come up with a save that keeps his team in the game, and that save turns out to be the one that's the key, you know how much pressure he was under. The pressure, I suppose, is always on the kicker. Everybody expects him to score. If the keeper stops it, he's a hero. And I'll tell you one thing, Hulsmann was a hero for Bayern Munich today because they knocked Borussia Dortmund out.
Several heroes being made on the pitch. Again, these are 14 and under kids putting on a show here at the ESPN Wide World of Sports. And this age is critical in the development of these young soccer stars, not just physically, but mentally as well. And that is what ICC Futures is all about.
This is a learning environment for the players, all right? And they've got to learn a lot of things. And pressure like that, winning football matches is important to them. We always create a learning culture wherever we go.
And we wanted the US kids to have an exposure to some of the best players in Europe, from a development perspective. And then we wanted the European teams to see these kids and for them to showcase their talents.
At the end of the day, it's development, but part of your development is learning to win and how you deal with defeat and playing with them expectations adds to the intensity, not only physically and technically, but also psychologically as well.
Hopefully, if you create the right culture, you can turn performances into habits, and then you can win football matches. You've got to have a strong foundation, and that foundation is player development.
To be able to see the benchmark of the competition, at the highest level, and it is a thing that these guys don't always get to see, and just have multiple games and benchmark themselves against it, which it's a lot different when you're actually playing against that level. It's invaluable.
When I think of young phenoms in U.S. soccer, I think of guys like Freddie Adu. Now it's Christian Pulisic. It doesn't always end up the way you thought. What can these youngsters take from competitions and the beautiful game?
Well, what they can take from a competition like this is the experience of several other cultures. They can take their coaching. They can also take the advice from other coaches because they're listening to you as you play. And always remember, the higher the level you play against, the more you're going to learn. So these kids have to step up, keep stepping up, and do the job every day. Not just good enough one day, they've got to do it every day of the week. 6 days of the week, if you're off to 7, you still do it.
And it seems like, Eddie, the best lessons don't come from winning. They come from losing, don't they?
No, a lot of the time, and that's why a tournament of this magnitude, it teaches you so much. We talked about you got to come over here. The teams that come from overseas, they're learning how to travel. This truly is a business trip. You're playing day in and day out, a lot of games throughout the tournament. You got to hydrate, you got to recover. But at the end of the day, you go with all the experiences. That's going to make you a better player, whether you win or lose. It's the experience and what you take out of it.
Well said by our expert panel. Now, before we sign off for the night, got to mention, Eddie, your team, Chelsea, still alive. Tommy, I think we're giving you this.
We're going to give you that. You and Borussia Dortmund. It's a good try, though.
I won't wreck. We didn't lose. We went out on penalty kicks. That's not a loss. That doesn't go in the books as a loss.
Tomorrow at 2:30 p.m., New York Red Bulls take on FC Bayern Munich. That's our first match on ESPN News. Celtic FC and Chelsea FC at 4 p.m. And if you can't watch it on TV, come out to the complex here at the ESPN Wide World of Sports, taking in this great event. It is certainly something to watch. Plate final at 10:30, bowl final at 10:30 as well, and the championship final on a championship Sunday, 2:30 p.m. ESPN2. But come out to the complex and take in just phenomenal soccer from these youngsters here at the ESPN Wide World of Sports. The first ever International Champions Cup Futures has been an event unlike any other. Join the conversation on social media at ICC Futures on Instagram, /ICC Futures on Facebook, and at ICC Futures on Twitter. InternationalChampionsCup.com is the website. Guys, it has been a fun week so far. Still 2 days of competition. Eddie, what are you looking for here in the next few days?
I'm looking for Chelsea to go all the way through. I'm looking for Celtic to give us a good game against another great team. I'm just looking at great soccer all the way to the final, and whoever wins it, just to shows good soccer and how they develop through the tournament.
How about you, Tommy?
I'm just looking for Chelsea to be knocked out by Celtic, just on account of it being Celtic. That's what I'm looking for. But there's great soccer to be played here, and the final will be something else. I mean, the way these teams are shaping up, it doesn't matter who's going to get to the final right now, because we look at those brackets. I mean, they are very even. There's a lot of very good players, and there will be a couple of fantastic games.
We are blown away by the play here at International Champions Cup Futures. For Eddie Rodriguez and Tommy Smith, along with our fabulous crew here at the ESPN Wide World of Sports, I'm Drew Felios. We will see you this weekend and next time on The Pitch.